Stop wasting money on batteries for your wall clock. Because today, we're testing something that sounds absolutely crazy. What if I told you that you could make a clock run using nothing more than salt, some scrap materials, and a dead battery? Sounds impossible, right? Well, this clock suddenly stopped working. So like most people, I grabbed some old batteries from my drawer and tried them one by one. But as you can see, the clock doesn't move at all. Completely dead. Maybe the clock is broken, or maybe the batteries are simply out of power. To find out, let's test one of these batteries with a multimeter. And look at this. The meter shows only around 0.4 volts. That's extremely low. So this battery is basically dead. Most people would throw it away immediately because these batteries are not designed to be recharged. But what if there was another way? What if we could use the materials inside this dead battery together with ordinary table salt to create enough power to run this clock again? The first thing we need is a small glass container. I'm using this tiny glass because it's perfect for our experiment. Now, take some regular table salt. Next, pour some clean water into the container. Now mix everything thoroughly. Keep stirring until the salt begins dissolving into the water. This creates a salt solution, also known as salt water. At first glance, it may look like ordinary water, but don't underestimate it. Salt water can conduct electricity, which means it can help move electrical charges from one material to another. And that's exactly what we're going to use to try and generate power. But before we can do that, we need to recover some important parts from our dead battery. Now comes one of the most interesting parts of this experiment. We're going to carefully open this dead battery and see what's hiding inside. Please remember, always be very careful when cutting batteries and wear proper safety equipment. Using a cutting tool, slowly cut open the outer casing. Take your time and avoid damaging the internal components. Once the battery is open, you'll notice several different materials inside. The first component we need is this carbon rod located in the center. Carefully remove it. Next, we need the zinc casing, sometimes called the zinc sheet. Separate it from the other materials inside the battery. It's amazing to think that these simple materials are responsible for powering millions of devices around the world. Most people throw away dead batteries without ever seeing what's inside. But today, we're giving these materials a second life. The question is, can these recycled battery parts generate enough electricity to keep a clock running? We're about to find out. Now let's prepare our homemade salt battery. For this step, I'm using an old scrap USB cable. Instead of throwing it away, we're going to recycle it for this project. First, connect the white wire securely to the carbon rod. Make sure the connection is tight. Next, connect the green wire to the zinc sheet. Again, make sure everything is firmly attached. Now use electrical tape to secure the connections. This is very important because we don't want the carbon rod and zinc sheet touching each other. If they touch, they can create a short circuit and the experiment won't work. After taping everything properly, carefully place both electrodes into the saltwater solution. Notice that both pieces are submerged in the liquid but are not touching each other. And just like that, our homemade salt battery is assembled. It doesn't look very impressive, but sometimes simple science produces amazing results. However, we're not done yet. To maximize its performance, we're going to charge this setup for a few minutes. For charging, I'm using an old 12-volt charger that I found in my scrap electronics collection. First, connect the positive terminal from the charger to the white wire connected to the carbon rod. Then, connect the negative terminal to the green wire connected to the zinc sheet. Double-check all connections before plugging anything in. Everything looks good. Now let's plug the charger into the extension board. As soon as it's connected, the charging process begins. We'll leave it charging for approximately 5 minutes. During this time, chemical reactions begin taking place inside the salt solution. While the battery charges, let's prepare the clock. Using a screwdriver, carefully remove the back cover of the clock. Take your time to avoid damaging any parts. Inside, we can see the clock mechanism and the small motor responsible for moving the hands. Normally, this motor receives power directly from a standard battery. But today, we're going to try something completely different. I'm connecting a white wire to the positive side of the clock motor. Next, I'll connect a black wire to the negative side. These wires will allow us to connect our homemade salt battery directly to the clock. Everything is now ready. The moment of truth is getting closer. 5 minutes have passed. So let's disconnect the charger. Now our salt battery is completely isolated. This means any power must come only from the salt battery itself. No hidden power source. No tricks. Just science. I'm connecting the white wire from the clock to the white wire coming from the salt battery. Next, I'll connect the black wire from the clock to the green wire from the salt battery. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and... Look at that, the clock starts moving. The second hand is ticking. That is absolutely incredible. Who would have thought that simple salt water and recycled battery materials could help power a clock? Experiments like this show that science can be both educational and fun. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future experiments. Also, leave a comment below and tell me what experiment you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.